What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sammie Vee Sessions. I want to start this podcast off with the fact that New Jersey Transit and the governor of New Jersey have lost their goddamn motherfucking minds.
Their goddamn minds.
Their goddamn minds. They put out the ticket prices to take the train from New York Penn Station to Meadowlands, where MetLife is. $150 round trip. $75 each way for a 15-minute train ride.
$150 buckaroos?
$150. Let me tell you something right now. I can go from Tokyo to Kyoto for $150. Okay? You want me to pay $150 round trip to go to Meadowlands? You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. So they came up with this number because there's going to be 8 matches of the World Cup held at MetLife. They said they're in a deficit of $48 million. So you divide 48 by 8 matches. Then each of these matches is going to gain $6 million because they have 40,000 train tickets to give out. MetLife holds 82,500 people. 40,000 train tickets is not even half of MetLife. FIFA has taken over most of the parking lot for it to be like a fan village, which is fine, whatever, but now that's less people to drive, more people on the train. Then you also have the American Dream Mall that's going to be hosting parking. American Dream is a 17-minute walk from MetLife. It's still not enough. Between the trains, and I think you could take a bus from Port Authority in New York City for $80. I think $80 is a seat. It's just not going to be enough. And there's people that are not going to be able to make it to these games because of the games that they're playing with the transit. Now, I say they put these numbers out there to scare people, to try to pressure FIFA to pay their portion for travel. But the first thing that came to my mind was $48 million is a lot of money. That's a ton of money. And if you ask me, for MetLife, who's hosting or has hosted concerts, they've hosted sporting events, they've hosted matches of the Copa America that was just happening in 2024. How did you move all of those people without asking anybody for a dime? But the World Cup matches, you need $150 per ticket. That's price gouging. I don't understand. Somebody has to be pocketing this money. Somebody said, hey, let's turn around and make a profit off of it because FIFA's making all this money off of it. But in my head, it's public transportation. No other country has ever done this. I know Boston was picking up their prices for their public transit, picking up their prices by like $80. A round trip ticket from New York Penn Station to Meadowlands is $12.90. It will now be going up to $75. I'm sorry, $150, $75 each way.
Bugging.
By the way, y'all, our producer, Rich Dallas, the man, Babe, as I like to refer him to, has a microphone now. He's mic'd up. So we're going to be hearing his live reactions as well.
Yes,
you
will.
Yeah, I don't understand how New Jersey Transit is doing this. Tickets also need to be purchased in advance. You cannot show up to New York Penn Station and think you're going to buy a ticket to get on that train. I also thought every time I've taken New Jersey Transit to MetLife for a concert or a sporting event, my tickets have never gotten checked. So if you're like, oh, I'll just get on the train, I won't even buy a ticket. Yeah, wrong. They said they're going to be checking tickets before you get on the train. That's number one, so don't even think about it. Now, other ways I thought about how people are going to get around this. It doesn't take much to either drive or take an Uber into New Jersey and take a train from New Jersey to Meadowlands. Not that I'm giving all the answers away. If you're New Jersey Transit or the governor of New Jersey, you did not hear this. I'm kidding. Haha. But either way, people are going to find a way around this. And I feel like they're not going to sell any of these train tickets. Who's paying for that? Who is paying for all of that? $150 is crazy. Now, these tickets were far from cheap. I had been saving up for a very long time, knowing that I wanted to go to at least one game, right? So now people spent their life savings on these tickets. Now you're going to be charging them an astronomical amount of money for train tickets to get there. That's crazy. I don't understand how it's justified. I'll let y'all know as we keep going. This is their first price. They said if FIFA starts to pay for it, they'll bring it back down. I don't believe them. I feel like now it's already out there. They're just going to keep it out there, even if FIFA does give them money. But where I do agree is that this shouldn't be technically on the taxpayer, But then that goes back to there have been other events at MetLife and they've never raised the ticket prices. So why now? It doesn't make any sense to me. If you can carpool like we're doing, American Dream Mall has parking for $225 per game. So if you can snag one of those, I suggest snagging it now. It's available now. You can buy it per match. Make sure you get your right date and the right match number. If you're carpooling, it came out to $56.25 for each of us. Even with tolls, that's a lot better than $150 per person per train ticket. I can't imagine these people going with their families. Like for children, $150. I have to stop speaking about it because it makes me mad every time. Oh, last thing I want to say about this. They've stated numerous times in numerous different ways, there is no cap on rideshare. So if Uber and Lyft wanted to charge $2 million for you to get to MetLife, they could. The government is not interfering with that.
I just can't. I can't.
What's your thoughts about $150? To be packed like sardines in a train.
Nah, wouldn't be me. Wouldn't catch me. I don't know. Absolutely not.
Cannot. Speaking of the World Cup, we had Rauw Alejandro put out a little teaser on TikTok and Instagram. It's a collab with Buchanan's, which is a whiskey.
A whiskey?
Is it a whiskey?
I'm not sure.
I think it's a whiskey. It's an alcohol brand, right? Whatever it is that he's doing is dropping April 22nd, and it's called Dando Vueltas. And I'm hoping it's going to be a World Cup song because in the video, he's playing soccer and either him or somebody else, he's on a soccer field. And I think it's going to be a World Cup song. I really hope so because like I talked about it was either the last episode or the episode before, the World Cup music program needs help. Desperately needs help. And I'm hoping Rauw is coming out with a World Cup song for us because that'd be so dope. Speaking of Rauw, he was featured in Time's 100 Most Influential People in the Icon section. Okay, our boy is in the Icon section, not even in the Artist section, in the Icon section. And I believe he does belong there. His little blurb for the Time's 100 Most Influential People, other people write your blurbs. His blurb was written by Tiny, and it was really nice. If you want to go read that, you can go catch up on that. But he definitely deserves to be there. So happy for him. Coachella Weekend 2. I am not familiar with Coachella. Honestly, since this podcast, this is the first time I've really dived into Coachella the way I did. I did not know that the two weekends are the same. I thought, like, Karol G was headlining weekend 1. It was somebody different for weekend 2. And, like, the whole charts changed for weekend 2. The whole schedule changed for weekend 2. No, it's the same people doing the same performances, right? So then it got me thinking, I was like, is everybody going to change up their performance? They're going to do the same thing. So they just change up their performance. Somebody I didn't get to talk about last episode was Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter is a pop star, like the definition of pop star walking. I love her so much. I love her performances. I think she's great. She's got a great voice. And she brought out Madonna for her Coachella Weekend 2 set. And I was gagged, okay? So she starts off, Vogue starts playing. First of all, if I was in that audience and I heard the beginning of Vogue, I'd lose my mind because immediately I'm like, Sabrina Carpenter's bringing out Madonna. The crowd was almost silent. And I said, no way. No way is everybody being so disappointing. So they sing Vogue together. They sing another song, but then they sing Like a Prayer. That performance is going to live rent-free in my head for the rest of my life. To bring out an icon during your set, a lot of people were saying, like, this is Madonna passing on the torch to Sabrina Carpenter. I loved it. Madonna has not performed at Coachella since 2006, so this was a great 20-year comeback. And to do it with Sabrina Carpenter was absolutely perfect. I love that for her. Not only did the crowd not appreciate Vogue, they also did not appreciate Like a Prayer. Not loud enough at all. But then again, like Sabrina Carpenter fans are very youngish. I want to say like Gen Z. Maybe they don't know Madonna, but now that y'all have seen Madonna perform, you should go look up that catalog of music she got. We spoke about Justin Bieber last week and how people were disappointed in his YouTube showing of a performance. And I just want to let y'all know, weekend 1, disappointed. I know they are so mad because for weekend 2, First of all, he seems so much more comfortable. Weekend 1 was kind of like a test run to see like how people are feeling about this performance. But then he saw all of our reactions. Like, yes, like we were chilling, we were hanging, watching YouTube videos. And he really brought it Weekend 2. One thing that really intrigued me is he performed One Less Lonely Girl. And for this performance, he brings up Billie Eilish to be his One Less Lonely Girl that he sings to. I was unaware of the Billie Eilish Justin Bieber lore. Billie grew up as a Belieber, like most of us, and her and Justin Bieber got to meet in 2019, I believe at Coachella in 2019, and since then they've become friends. It was Hailey Bieber who pushed her up on stage and encouraged her to go up there and be his One Less Lonely Girl for the performance. She was tripping, she was falling, she was crying, she couldn't believe it. Honestly, because she grew up like a believer, she grew up as a believer, she's just like any one of us who would be freaking out if Justin Bieber called us on stage to be his One Less Lonely Girl so he could sing to us. Okay? She's just like us, and I love that for her. I loved watching them perform together. Well, she didn't really perform. She was just losing her mind, but he was performing. He did a lot more performing this Coachella set than last weekend. He also performed with Big Sean for As Long As You Love Me. He also brought out SZA. I think Sexy Red he also brought out. I'm not really a fan of Sexy Red, so that didn't really impress me, but bring out Big Sean and SZA and Billie Eilish. I know Weekend 1 was sick, but I love the Weekend 2 performance as well. So you guys know I record on Sunday. Karol G is set to perform again tonight, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to try to do another Sam from the Future bit and cut it in right here if I do get to watch it. But now that we've seen everybody's performances shaken up a little bit, I'm wondering who Karol G is going to bring out this weekend. Any guesses?
Rauw.
You think it's going to be... They don't have a song together. Do they have a song together? No, I don't know if they have a song together. I don't think it's going to be Bad Bunny. They only have that one song together, and he already did it for his tour. Maybe Caliuchis.
I wouldn't know. Not really.
Because she brought out Mariah, Angelique. Who else did she bring out? She brought out a bunch of people. I don't know. I hope she brings out more people. I hope she brings out different people. Even the same people is fine. But Mariah, Angelique, her performance was kind of dead. She needs a bigger stage persona.
What's her name?
Mariah Angelique.
Mariah Angelique. Okay.
She needs a bigger stage performance. It was a little boring. She was more worried about vibing upstage, which is fine. I mean, you're up there at Coachella with Karol G. I'd be vibing too, but well, I wanted to hear a little more voice, girl. I was unaware that Demi Lovato is currently on tour. She's going to be performing at Madison Square Garden this Friday. I wanted to go, but her resale tickets are very expensive. So on TikTok, I saw a video of her performance, and she takes out this bag, and she has a fan pull out a number, and that number coincides with a song that she's going to perform, a surprise song. And she sings Don't Forget. Oh my God, that song almost brought me to tears when I was watching that video. Don't Forget is from 2008. If you've never heard it, go listen to it. I used to be so depressed in my 8th grade life in my room singing the song word for word. When I heard it again, I said, oh my God, I haven't heard this song in years. But she did a great job performing that song. Just like with her more mature voice, I think it sounds even better. But that's definitely one of my favorite Demi Lovato songs. And I'm so sad I'm not going to catch her at MSG this coming weekend. Also, seeing her on stage reminded me how much I love Demi Lovato. And I'm so happy that she's here with us and she's happy and she's healthy. She seemingly looks happy, right? Because we don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. But like there was even a TikTok of her walking with Joe Jonas, like backstage somewhere. And it's just so awesome to see her doing well right now. If you guys don't know or don't remember, in 2018, she had a near fatal drug overdose that still has lasting effects. That almost took our girl, y'all, but she's recovering. She's in recovery. She's doing well. She's performing again. So if you guys can catch her on tour, make sure you go buy those tickets. But I love seeing her back, and maybe one day I will get to see her perform. ROSALÍA released a deluxe album for her Lux album. Deluxe album. It's called Lux Complete Works. And she also released a video of one of her new tracks called Fokurani. So this was released, I believe, only on Spotify as a music video. I don't think you can find it on YouTube. I think it was a Spotify exclusive. It's getting a lot of attention because people are assuming that this music video is about Rauw. So let's see how I agree if it's about Rauw. If you're unfamiliar with the lore between Rosalía and Rauw Alejandro, they were together for 3 years. They got engaged in 2023 and then broke up after their engagement. So now that you have that little backstory, this music video, she is in a wedding dress. She is also in the music video. The ring is also ripped off from her finger. She's running away from the camera in the wedding dress. One of the lyrics in the songs is, I carved your name into my ribs, and she did have a tattoo of Rauw on her ribs. So a lot of people are saying that the song is about him, and I agree. I could see how it's about Rauw, but this might be her closure. Another thing, we don't know when she wrote this song. So if they broke up 3 years ago, she could have wrote this song immediately after and saved it for her album, right? And the music video just follows what she was feeling during the song. They're artists. This is what they do. A lot of their music reflects their life. And for the people that are saying she needs to hang it up already, like that was 3 years ago, they've both moved on, XYZ. I agree. I slightly agree. But I only agree because I'm a child of that divorce. Thinking about them breaking up still absolutely wrecks me every time I think about it. Do I think they should get back together? No. Do I know what happened? No. I'm just an observer from the outside. But still, Spotify is also very messy because after I watched that music video for Fokurani, the nerve of Spotify to put on Beso right after that. Beso is the song that ROSALÍA and Rauw came out with, and the music video for that ends with them getting engaged. Okay? So messy Spotify, put that song on and then put Beso on, but whatever. That's besides the point. That song started playing after Fokurani, and I was like, oh my God, this song's gonna make me cry. And Rich was like, why? I don't get it. He doesn't understand. I don't. They dropped that music video when they got engaged, March 2023. July 2023, they were done. We got to live that beautiful little fantasy with them for like 4 months, and then they said, actually, we're calling it quits. It just hurt me. I'm not really obsessed with them like that. It's just, I love how music can convey a feeling, and that song is amazing. Maybe somebody else needs to recreate that song, even though it won't be the same if it's not the two of them. But it's just sad that they made such a beautiful song together and they're not together anymore. That's it. Speaking of deluxe versions of albums, young Miko revealed that there's going to be a deluxe version of Do Not Disturb on the way, which I'm so excited for. So finding out the news of the deluxe album of Do Not Disturb, it's only right that song of the week is Baby I'm a Freak by young Miko. If this song has 1 million streams, 999,000 of them are mine. Okay? I've been playing this song on repeat since Wednesday, since it dropped. It's Sunday. She hasn't released a date for the deluxe album yet, so that's kind of like up in the air. But she was on an interview with the Zane Lowe Show. I think it's an Apple Music exclusive podcast. But she says she created the deluxe album because she had an emotional attachment to the Do Not Disturb world. The single was perfect to put out first because it's the energy of the deluxe album. You can easily see me having fun in the studio, and I think it definitely shows. I love this side of Miko. The music video is fun. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. The song is also fun. It's poppy and just has like this like happy vibe to it. The choreo in the music video is great. It just sounds like she's having a good time, and I love this side of Miko. She should keep her around more often. I'm excited to see what the Do Not Disturb album deluxe version is going to bring. I'm so excited she's bringing a deluxe version for the tour. I'm here for it all. But that's it for this week, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube and you made it all the way to the end, please like, comment, subscribe, send me a message. Let's talk. Let's discuss. This podcast is on TikTok, on Instagram. You can also find the podcast on Spotify. The audio and visual lives on Spotify as well. I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. And that's it for this week, y'all. Take care of yourself and each other.